Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Doki Doki Literature Club, the normal VN. In the last episode, I started this Let's Play, and following similar choices that I made in the original game regarding who I spent time with before the original game turned into a straight-up freaking nightmare, I'm decided to try spending time with Yuri during club activities and even outside of the club proper. And, well, I've quickly found myself becoming her girlfriend. I mean, boyfriend, excuse me. I got that totally backwards. So, yeah, that happened very quickly. So quickly, in fact, that it felt kind of rushed, to be honest. But so far, it looks like things are going relatively okay. I mean, Yuri's kind of awkward as hell when it comes to a lot of social interactions in general towards us, but otherwise, I mean, hey, things are beyond the awkwardness. I mean, we both seem to be we both seem to be having fun with each other, so that's what matters in the end, as far as I'm concerned. And that's pretty much it, really. Just more club activities and just spending time with Yuri. And, well, the festival happened. I almost forgot to mention that. And, well, we basically made fools of ourselves by having an argument while we were supposed to be hosting our particular stall-esque or classroom thing. And, well, yeah, we didn't really get anybody to sign up to the club. And that's pretty much the end of that, really. So, with that out of the way, let's resume. It's just like any other Sunday, me waiting patiently for Yuri to show up. We've done this quite a few times now, and it's starting to set in as commonplace. It's still exciting each time. It's kind of become a factor of motivation for the rest of the week. But it's a different kind of excitement now. As I ponder this, Yuri knocks on my door. Hello, Neon. She's in casual clothing as usual, and this time holding our book under her arm. She immediately takes one look at me and frowns. Ah, Neon, your hair. It seems unkempt. You don't brush your hair, Neon. Gah, I don't remember combing. Sorry, must have forgotten. Oh, I didn't want to be mean about it. I'm sorry, I just wanted to let you know is all. Yuri, you're absolutely fine. In fact, thanks for telling me. Wouldn't fix it right now. You look great, honest. It's just that it looked different. Yuri nervously tries to explain herself. I smile and put one hand on her shoulder. Yuri, don't be afraid to point these things out to me. It only comes from a place of love, so I won't get mad. You are my girlfriend, after all. Now, would you like to come inside? She nods and follows me in. Well, alright. I'll get today's activity set up. I start to walk away when I hear Yuri pipe up. Aren't we going to read today? She asks, pointing to her book. Well, reading is an interest of yours that you showed me, right? There's an interest of mine I want to show you. We're going to play some video games. Video games? Yeah, Yuri doesn't really strike me as a video game playing type, to be honest. I never played those before. I guessed right. I always thought they were for kids. If only you knew some of the more, suggestive titles in existence, Yuri. Then you would change your mind really quick. Really quick. I promise. Not at all. Trust me, it'll be fun. I'll be right back, alright? She looks concerned, but she quietly accepts this and goes to sit down. I go upstairs and grab the wires, console, controller, and a couple of games. I also remember to fix up my hair. I don't know which one I should show Yuri, though. If I pick correctly, it might make her more interested in the hobby. I would start with something simple and easy to get into, like a puzzle game or something. I go downstairs and see her sitting on the couch, waiting. I hook up the wires to the television and grab the games. That is, of course, assuming you have a puzzle game. Do you even have Tetris on you? So, what game are we playing then? I ponder this for a moment. Getting this right will be crucial. All the games will be really fun, but I know that one of them is the one that Yuri wants to play the most. What if she doesn't want to play any of them equally? What will you do then? For which, an ultra-violent shooter, yeah, she'd totally be all for that. A player versus player game, I don't think she'd want to be competitive. A story-driven game, this is what she would be interested in. Here, let's play this. I grab Gone Nuclear Vegas Blues. Does somebody blow up a nuke in Las Vegas or something? A game with this much story and intricacy might be just what Yuri will like. I pop the disc in, dim the lights, and sit on the couch. After half an hour playing through the game, I look to Yuri. She doesn't look like she's having fun. She's absolutely mesmerized. Okay, never mind. I guess that's what her mesmerized expression is. You seem to be enjoying this. I didn't realize games could be so complex. I always thought the appeal was just to shoot everything, but this is much different. You might like RPG games, then. I smile and get back into the game. Once I get to an important plot point, I ask Yuri for her input. What should I do here? What? I played this game a few times, and I've seen every outcome for this. What do you think I should do? She seems to think about it for a moment. Well, clearly the problem can't be resolved diplomatically. However, fighting for the good guys leaves you underpowered and basically ready for death. The villains, however... I'm almost shocked. Out of all my playthroughs, I only sided with the bad guys here once to see the outcome. The fact that Yuri chose it first time really seems contrarian to her personality. But true to my word, I listened to her. She isn't wrong. I meet no resistance listening to her advice. You actually listened to me? That's what I said I would do. I didn't expect you to actually do it, though. That makes me really happy, Neon. She scoots closer to me, nervously. Once she's within reach, I put my arm around her, positioning myself so I can still use my controller. She seems shocked. Neon. I turn to her. She's so shy about it, it's way too cute. When our eyes finally meet, I smile at her and she smiles back at me. I begin to play again, asking her what to do at each important moment. Eventually, she vocalizes her opinion on our current situation. Neon, this is the best feeling ever. Me, you, together, sitting like this. Something feels so great. I love it. Yuri, I love this feeling too. I don't want it to ever end. Thanks for it. I smile at her one more time. Her expression changes from calm to excited. I can't take it anymore! Before I can process the fact that Yuri's voice has raised for the first time I've heard, she kisses me on the lips. Even in my shock, I return it. We sit like this for a little bit. It's as if the world around me disappears and it's just me, Yuri, and this couch. Well, I guess the couch deserves some smooches too. The sweet taste of her lips. The pull of her hand against my collar. The warmth I get after putting my arms around her. It's perfect. I can feel my heart pounding in my chest. I can tell Yuri's enjoying this. It's been what feels like forever when our lips finally part. The millisecond they do, the world comes back to me. How did we get here? Yuri. Yeah. We really have no words for what just took place. We just look at each other. I noticed contention in Yuri's eyes. How long has she wanted to do that? Let me guess. For as long as you've known me. As long as you've known that you've been in love with me. We go back to how we were, my arms around her. Me playing, her making all the important decisions. Even if most of them end up being the evilest choices in the bunch. It's only when things get dark outside when she gets ready to leave. I have to thank you for this, Neon. I didn't expect tonight to go how it did, but I'm glad you convinced me. I'm glad we're dating. Everything is making me so happy right now. Everything makes me happy too, Yuri. And you most of all. I'm so thankful you came over, and that what happened that very first Sunday did take place. Thank you for it. Me? Yes, you, silly. You're the one who admitted to me. I guess. She has trouble accepting that she's partially responsible for this. She notices the time. She waves and says goodbye one last time before walking out. In retrospect, I guess I should have considered that maybe she would have liked a story-driven game too. But I was just approaching it like, okay, she's never played a video game before in her life. So what would be the best first option that you could give someone like that? And I was thinking, well, if it's just for a game in general, then I would think like a puzzle game like Tetris or something would suffice. It's very simple and easy to understand concept. You just basically fill rows in this little column in the screen and, well, try to get as high a score as you can. You know, something like that, or a similar kind of puzzle game. But I guess a story-driven game, like a visual novel, for instance, would probably work too. If you want to classify that as a... Whoops. Dropped a controller of mine. But yeah, if you want... I know there's some people that don't really classify visual novels as games per se, and I can kind of understand it from a certain point of view, but I still kind of do, so yeah. Yeah, puzzle game or visual novel, or other kind of story-driven game. I think that would be a good first choice in general. It's Sunday, and for some reason I feel particularly off. I'm excited for Yuri's visit, but I feel ill. Uh-oh. You caught the cold. It's only when I start sneezing that I figure out why. I developed a cold. I knew before you did. Aren't I amazing? Great. I'm just about to prepare some coffee when Yuri knocks on the door, so of course I go to greet her. However, I immediately tell her the bad news. Yuri, I wouldn't stay here. In case I don't give the appearance, I'm sick today. Sorry. Sick? Oh, Neon, that isn't good. Who's there to take care of you? I don't need anyone to take care of me but myself and the couch. Me? There's no one else here, but I don't mind taking care of myself. Oh. It's just that you seem a bit too sick for you to take care of yourself, and I don't really mind helping. And what gave you that idea, Yuri? You just want an excuse. You just want an excuse to spend time with him, don't you? I mean, that's fine and all, but I mean, colds are really contagious, Yuri. I'd hate for you to catch it too. I think about this for a moment. On the one hand, I did warn her, and she is insisting. But on the other, it's still mean of me to willingly go along with this. She doesn't need to be sick like this. I guess I might as well tell her come back next week. Well, like you just pointed out, she does insist on coming in to help you, so I'm pretty sure she's fully aware of the risks. So, might as well. Just try not to inhale when I exhale in your general direction. And wash your hands frequently, and then maybe you'll be okay. Alright, fine. Just try not to get sick, alright? There's a period at the end of that sentence that didn't belong. I'm not the one to be worried about here, Neon. You should lay down in a bed somewhere. But the couch needs love. Because the couch loves me. I naturally go to the only comfortable bed, the one in my bedroom, and lay in it. Oh, what, your parents don't have a comfy bed? Yuri gently hands me my cover, and I throw it onto me. Myself? Here. Now, the best thing to do is to give you some type of medicine. I'll be right back. Well, drinking lots of fluids, rest, and soup is also a good option. Before I can tell here where the medicine actually is, she leaves. While she's downstairs, I hear the sound of a knife being removed from its rack. What do you need the knife for exactly? You're just getting medicine, right? A few minutes later, she arrives back with some kind of pink liquid in a dosage cup. Oh, that stuff. Lord, this stuff. God, it tastes the absolute worst. True. The taste does tend to be rather intolerable. Sorry about that. You know what they say. The best medicines are always bitter. I could try someone else if you don't want that. Nah, I appreciate it, Yuri. It's really nice that you're doing this. Thank you. She seems almost shocked by my words. You're really not used to receiving any expressions of gratitude, aren't you? That kind of concerns me. Like, do your parents treat you well? Of course. I need to do that kind of thing now anyway. You're my boyfriend. Plus, I don't really like to see you in such a state, so I would do a lot to help you. I suppose, yes, you would. One thing I have to ask. Why was this so high up? I had to use a longer knife as a point of leverage to get it down. Oh, that's why you had to get a knife. I have absolutely no idea. Hey, you got it down though. Good job. She smiles and pulls up a chair, sitting next to me. Her smile slowly fades. After a few seconds, she begins to put her head near mine. Dangerous, Yuri. You're living a bit dangerously right now. Is there something wrong, Yuri? No. I just want to rest my hand, I guess. Wait a minute. Oh. How did I get head out of there? What is wrong with me? I ponder for all of 2 seconds why she would rest her hand in such a position. Until I realize the reason she gave isn't the real one. I follow her lead and grab her hand. Neon, She attempts to object, but ends up calming down and accepting it. We sit like this for a bit, and for the last few moments she actually grows the courage to look at me in the eyes. A sneeze then comes out of nowhere and ruins the moment. If you sneezed in her general direction, especially in the general direction of her face, then, well, congratulations, Neon. I'd be very surprised if she doesn't catch it now. Oh, Neon. I'm sorry. I didn't even think to get you anything to clean your nose with. Where do you keep your tissue paper? Right there, over on my desk. I pray to every god I can think of that she doesn't put two and two together with the lotion right next to it. But seeing the way her faces change when she grabs it, she has more than one face? Where's her other face? Can you guys tell me where Yuri's other face is? Because I can't figure it out. I'm thinking none of them answered. When she returns it to me, I blow my nose and throw the tissue in a nearby trash can. So, can we both agree you never saw that? Yeah, that works. She cuts the tension by grabbing the remote from my TV. You should keep your lotion somewhere else, Neon. That way people don't get the wrong idea. Just saying. Is there something you wanted to watch, Neon? Nope. You can pick if you like. Oh, great. She's gotta pick a horror movie, isn't she? Hearing this, she flips over to the nightmare door. Yep! Standard run-of-the-mill horror TV sort of affair, but it's not a particularly bad show. I think about how Yuri would pick this kind of thing. How it appeals to her liking of a good mood for a story. And how she can relate to the characters. Neon? Huh? What's up? You were staring at me. Something wrong? Nah, just admiring the sights. Oh, I just spaced out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh. Alright. Afterwards, she turns back to the TV. We sit like this for a bit until my hand meets hers and interlock once more. Neon, I hope you know, I don't mind if I get sick. I figured as much considering your insistence on helping me out. It actually is fun spending time with you. Yeah, I like this too. But don't get sick. You make me feel really bad about it. Don't worry. I won't. I'll hold you to that. She returns to the show, as do I. It's only when the sun finally starts to set that she releases my hand. Something feels like it's missing the second she does. Well, it's time for me to leave. Goodbye, Neon. Bye, Yuri. I hope I didn't make you sick. Don't worry about me, Neon. I'll be alright. Promise. See you tomorrow, okay? And at that, she walks downstairs. Right before the door opens and closes behind her, I hear her sneeze. I told you she'd get it, because you sneezed in her general direction. Great. Well, I guess this is one promise that is destined to be unkept. If that's even a word. I think it is. It's Sunday. Technically, our 6-month anniversary. Jesus! Where does the time go? It's not something you normally hear people celebrating. But I feel really good about it. Yuri shows up at my door. Hello, Neon. I show her in. I notice she's not really as enthused as she normally is to see me. Have I done something wrong? She's probably just got something on her mind that she wants to talk about. Whatever. Don't whatever! Ask her what's up! Good to see you again, Yuri. We've hung out 10 times, huh? Yeah. It's a bit amazing. Didn't expect to get this far. I expect to get farther. I hope so. We stand for a bit, awkward silence filling the room. Things have been rather odd today. I decide to dismiss it and head upstairs. Why are you dismissing it? Don't ignore it, you fool! I motion her to follow me. She does, apprehensively. We arrive. We're again standing around awkwardly. I choose to break the silence. So, what would you like to do? She looks at the floor. She takes a look outside and speaks up. Snow outside. It's really pretty this time of year. Forget TV or books. Would you like... no, that sounds silly, huh? To make snow angels and snow forts and snow swords? You bet your ass I would. What does? Well, I was kind of thinking we could watch the snow together. That works too! Huh? Watch the snow? Well, she wants to. Sounds fun. Really? You think so? It's with you. Of course it will be. Yuri seems startled by my words. She is at first, at least. Her expression eventually becomes more somber. Stop ignoring it. Address it. Wait. Why? I'm noticing a theme here. Maybe I should try and at least make her feel better. Or you could just try asking her what's on her mind. I seize the opportunity to take a blanket and sit on my bed. I motion for her to sit next to me. She sits there, as if considering it for a moment. She begins to rub her sleeves, thinking. Wait. Do people rub their sleeves when they think? People make lots of unconscious gestures, man. Even when they're thinking heavily. A lot of times they don't even realize they're doing it. It's nothing strange. Maybe it's just something about Yuri. She walks over and sits down. The blanket is wrapped around the two of us. Yuri and I are sitting there, looking out the window. It's a bit awkward not having anything to put our backs against, but we make it work. I have my arm around her as she sort of leans into me. We're watching the snow outside. It's not quite fast enough to be a blizzard, but it really isn't slow either. I turn to Yuri. She doesn't exactly find interest in the snow, but she seems to be thinking. She speaks up. It's interesting, isn't it? Each and every snowflake out there is different from the last, and yet we hardly notice the difference. All they are to us is white little dots forming a pile. That's all we ever care about them for. The piles they form. Or the ice sheets they create if you're driving on the road. That's also something people worry about. That's true. Not only that, but the ones who don't form a pile simply melt away. Unnoticed. Uncared for. I care. A beautiful, great creation of nature with such a story to tell. Gone in the blink of an eye. Wow, that's sad. It's the circle of life, yo. But then again, I guess that doesn't really apply because snow is never really alive to begin with. So, circle of nature then, maybe? For Yuri, even. This isn't something she came up with on the fly, is it? Wow. If it is, impressive. But something in me doubts that. Oddly poetic, Yuri. Have you thought about this before? A little bit. She stops. She looks down, as if considering whether or not to tell me something. I'm not exactly sure what could be bothering her. I might have an idea, though. Do you feel unnoticed in some way? I notice her open and close her mouth a couple times. What's she holding back? My question is answered when she finally does speak up. Do you ever feel like that's you, Neon? That you would never be important? So I was right then. Noticed? Liked by anyone? Wow. Have you, Yuri? Kind of shocked. Do I ask her if she's that way instead? Do I tell her my situation, then ask? But I've never really felt that way. What if she thinks I can't emphasize? I might as well be honest. I've always had at least one good friend for me, I guess. Those feelings never got to me. Anime, video games, and image boards can get lonely as a routine. But I've never felt insignificant. Why? You get that feeling a lot, Yuri? She begins to speak, but quickly shuts her mouth and looks away. There's no need to talk about it. I'm enjoying this. Come on. You can talk about it. If there was no need to talk about it at all, why even bring it up to begin with? Just watching these snowflakes fall. Can we just do that? I have no idea whether or not I should. Well, I'll help you out then. It would make Yuri happier, but that would be temporary. The pain would most likely stay. I've decided whether to continue or move on. I'll bring it up. It may not make Yuri happy, but it needs to be talked about. Yuri, I'm not going to drop it. Tell me what's going on. Are you sure? I really don't want to bring it up. Yuri begins to break a sweat. Are you nervous about something? She panics. No, I'm just a bit hot. Here, let me take this off. Yuri takes off the blanket and shoves it between us, leaving it so only I have it on. Well, duh, you're wearing that sweater of yours. Here, take it off. That would be true. Here, let me... Yuri begins to take off her sweater, pulling one arm out of its sleeve, before stopping, putting the arm back in. On second thought, the sweater is fine. I wore a short sleeve under, so I'll get cold. That's what the blanket is for. Don't you want to be under it with me? Well, I didn't mean it that way. Sorry. I'm fine with the sweater on. Yuri. Yes? I'll let you keep the sweater on. At once, she breathes a sigh of relief. But there's just one thing. What is it? Roll up your sleeves for me. Huh? Roll up your sleeves. Can you do that? Do I have to? I don't see why you wouldn't. Yuri's silent, yet solemn. She knows why I'm asking. She's bright, but she doesn't want to. Okay. For a moment, it felt like time stopped. Are we going to see some scars on your arms? But it was not the power of the world. Yuri lifted her sleeves as slow as she could. A litter of cuts lined her arms, up and down. Yuri. I have no idea what to say other than this. Are you okay, Yuri? Well, she clearly engages in self-harm, so I would say most likely not. She's at first reluctant to speak, some kind of shame hanging over her like a dark cloud. She realizes her situation and calms down a bit. After a few minutes, she talks to me again. The feeling never really goes away, Neon. It gets better, but it remains. Every moment I spend alone feels more and more like it'll stay that way. We're going to break up, Neon. Why? I don't want it to happen. Not in the slightest. But it will. And when it does, I'm going to be alone again. It's all temporary. Only if you let it be. My friendships with Monica, Sayori, Natsuki, all temporary. And the most permanent relationship of them all, that's temporary too. Then it's not a permanent relationship then, is it? Come on, Yuri. Not as much, but there are so many ways it can just end. That's all. Never find anyone again. Rest of my life. Alone. I think about this for a moment. Yuri really does believe this, doesn't she? That she'll forever be alone. I still don't think she's giving me enough credit. What makes you think I'll leave you? Maybe you find someone better. Yeah? Who's better than you, Yuri? Plenty. That's completely wrong. Yuri, do you remember the first Sunday we spent together? Yes? Do you remember who confessed? I did. Oh. Crap, she's right. You confessed first. Do you know who did directly after? You did, Neon. Alright. Say I didn't completely and seriously love you until the day I die. Which I do. What would be the reason for me to say that otherwise? Maybe. I mean, you could. She seems to be lost for anything to combat that with. Well, I can think of a reason why you would say it, even if you didn't fully love her. You'd want to get into her pants. I mean, that's kind of that's kind of what a lot of people enter relationships for. I smile. I guess you're right. Not necessarily. You really love me that much, Neon? Yuri, I had no idea why you doubted it. I love you enough to never speak to another girl again if it makes you feel better. Now, don't make absurd promises like that. I love you so much I'd get bandages and put them over each and every one of these wounds. Neon. I don't let her finish. I instead turn toward her and pull her head towards mine till our lips connect. She's extremely shocked at first, but slowly and surely falls into it. It's a bit odd at first, but slowly we develop a rhythm. I really had no idea what to do going in. But for someone without experience, Yuri's a strangely good kisser. The feeling is overwhelming. It's as if my whole body has this warm fuzziness to it. I've only ever felt once. Back when we first kissed all that time before. Once again, all my senses failed me, and I feel nothing but happiness. I would say Yuri's the one thing I can think of. The sweetness of her lipstick, the movement of her tongue inside my mouth, the warmth of her touch, her arms around my neck. But really, I can't think of that. My mind goes completely blank. Maybe it's the shortness of breath. Nah, it's Yuri. Just Yuri. When the kiss breaks, it feels like it's been only 2 seconds and we both want more. We both stare at each other for all of 30 seconds, catching our breath, before going right back to making out again. On about our 5th break, Yuri looks at me. Neon, you give me confidence, you know that? She goes back in to kiss me, sticking her hand underneath my pants, and here we go. Hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to probably witness the beginning of procreation. And I say the beginning because I sincerely doubt we're going to actually see an actual sex scene play out in front of us. But in case I'm somehow wrong, and this game wants to really surprise me, well, I just gotta edit this shit out, otherwise YouTube, and probably BitChute too, will nuke me out of existence. Oh my... What the fuck? A JoJo's reference? You serious? It just ends right there? Is this actually a work in progress game? I don't know if I actually came across information. I don't remember actually coming across information about that when I found it on that Nexus website thing. Well, shit. I guess that's it then. At least for Yuri's route, but there's also there's also all the different options I gotta check out first. So I guess we're gonna be checking that stuff out, and then once I'm sure that we've completed everything Yuri has to offer, I guess I'll move on to one of the other girls next. So I guess I'll start at the beginning. And now for the blatantly wrong option. Rejection. Forgive me, Yuri, but necessary evil. Wait, did I just see some red text up in the upper left corner? What? This is... the fuck? You literally downloaded this to date the Dokis, you fucking shitbrain? Oh, why the fuck did you choose no? To see what happened, buddy? Did you misclick or something? No. Fucking hell. This is normally the part of the game where I take you back so you can do it right. But fuck that shit. I'm not doing that just for some dumbass who can't click the clearly fucking correct choice. I hope you saved for that shit, or that you know what the skip button does. Fucking asshole. I'm so very tempted to save right now just to spite you. Alright, fuck it. You know what? I'll just play this garbage as if you said yes. This is me doing you a favor, by the way. Really? Just don't fuck up the next segment. Seeing as your brain is about the size of your tic-tac dick, you probably will. Well, hey! I could be a lady for all you know. I could have a vagina. Your insult wouldn't work then, now would it? But for fuck's sake, will you at least try this time? Dumbass. Don't worry. In truth, I like you as well. Ever since I joined the literature club, spending time with you has been really special. I wouldn't skip on it for the world. You really mean that? I do. I like how... Okay, so the skip option still isn't here, and music isn't playing, so that tells me there's probably still some new stuff here I haven't seen. And hey, I'll prove it. The festival. Tomorrow? How about making that our first date? She gasps. Neon, that makes me so happy. Good. I'll see you tomorrow, alright? Of course. Bye. She waves to me, smiling, and walks away. Wow, me and Yuri are dating now, huh? I breathe in and breathe out. Hell yeah. Okay, skip functions back, so on to the next choice we go. I must say, though, I'm not used to anyone acting that belligerent towards me except myself. So, it was kind of surprising and kind of funny. Anyway, next choice. In the end, I decide to refuse! Yuri, I'll be fine. Honestly. A C is a passing grade. A C is a passing grade anyway. Focus on your paper. Your grade's important. She looks at me worriedly and begins to open her mouth to speak. Is the narrator, are you going to come and act more belligerent towards me? Tell me what a fucking dumbass I am for making the obviously wrong choice? Come on, man. Do it. I want to see just how nasty you can get towards me. In the end, she goes back to writing her own paper. She starts to write the first paragraph effortlessly. I decide that now is the time to check out. I put my head down and doze off. I wake up to an empty classroom and Yuri tapping me on the shoulder. Do you want... Okay, we got the skip option again. I disliked it. It was alright. I still don't like books very much, though. Well, okay. I guess I can't force you to like something anyway. At least we tried, huh? That's a good way to look at it. Hey, you want to do something else? The day is still young. Well, I don't really know. There's nothing else for us to do. Yeah, you're right. We could watch some TV. Yuri seems disappointed, but hides this feeling in her voice. Oh, alright. If it's any consolation, I do actually feel bad, Yuri, so... I'm suffering inside just as much as you are, probably. Okay, probably not, but I'm still suffering. That works, I guess. I grab the remote and turn the TV on. I turn into some action movie and sit and watch Yuri with Yuri for the next few hours. Right when the credits roll, the sun begins to set, and Yuri gets ready to leave. Goodbye, Neon. Even if you didn't like it, thank you for reading with me. It means a lot. We say our goodbyes, and Yuri leaves. Okay. Next choice. I refuse to take it. Take it, Yuri. Seriously. I won't sneeze on you, I promise. She seems to think about it for a moment. Okay, but I hate to see you sick. If you need it, tell me, alright? Okay. With that, she takes one last distraught look at me and turns back to the book. I do the same. It's only when the chapter is finally coming to a close, when the rain stops and she's ready to leave. So the rain stopped. Suppose I should go home now. Alright then. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I walk Yuri to the door. I did. Very much so. Thank you, Neon. I wish I could believe you. You're welcome. Same thing next Sunday? Of course. Okay, time for the next choice. An ultra-violent shooter. I grabbed a damned box and popped a disc in the tray. I dim the lights and we both sit on the couch. Image living room evening not found. Oh. Looks like I'm experiencing some technical difficulties here. Interesting. While she does pay attention, she doesn't seem to enjoy it. I'm not really liking this too much, Neon. I think I'll just read instead. With that, she comes a bit closer to me, leaning against me. Yet she takes out her book and her phone light, starting to read. We go back to our own activities until eventually everything starts to get dark out. Bye, Neon. I don't wish to be mean, but let's do something different next week, alright? Fine by me. I'll see you Monday. Yuri walks out. What was I thinking? Choosing a game she clearly didn't enjoy. Right now it's not your job to think, Neon. It's your time to just simply do what I tell you. Be a good little pawn. I definitely have to pick a different one next time. Next! Come back next week. Yuri, I won't let you get sick. Now go. See you tomorrow, alright? If you say so. Just feel better, alright? I hate to see you sick like this. I'll be fine. Goodbye, Yuri. She looks at me once more. She tries to hide it, but I can see the worry in her eyes. When she walks off, I feel kinda bad. I guess we'll both have to live with it, though. Next. I decide to drop it. And here we go. No reason to make Yuri sad about things. We continue to look at snowflakes for a bit. Both of us dead silent. Time passes like this, until Yuri rests her head on my shoulder and dozes off. I see no reason to object. I lean my head on her own, close my eyes, and sleep. We both doze off like this. It's only when I finally awake that I notice Yuri is missing. She seems to have let me lay down on the bed. In fact, I can't find her at all. She must have left already. Oh well. And it just ends like that? Okay, she just leaves. Not even so much as a note or anything like that. And I'm like, okay, she's gone, I guess. Okay. Oh well. That was just abrupt and wow. Just wow. Well, hey, if nothing else, I got a good laugh out of the narrator berating me something fierce for choosing the blatantly wrong option at the beginning. So I guess the only thing left to check for Yuri's is all the other game options we got. Next up, a player versus player game. I grabbed Rumble 3's box and popped the disc in the tray. I dim the lights, and we both sit on the couch. Oh no, the living room evening image isn't being found again. I wonder if this is the narrator's way of being passive-aggressive for me for choosing the wrong game to play. While she does pay attention, she doesn't seem to enjoy it. I'm not really liking this too much, Wilbur. I think I'll just read instead. With that, she comes a bit closer, leaning against me. Yet she takes out her book and her phone light, starting to read. We go back to our own activities until eventually things start to get dark out. Bye, Wilbur. I don't wish to be mean, but let's do something different next week, alright? Fine by me. I'll see you Monday. Yuri walks out. What was I thinking? Choosing a game she clearly didn't enjoy. I'll definitely have to pick a different one next time. And now a co-op game. I grab Wormhole 2's box and pop the disc in the tray. I dim the lights and we both sit on the couch. While she does pay attention, she doesn't seem to enjoy it. I'm not really liking this too much, Wilbur. I think I'll just read instead. That she comes a bit closer. This looks exactly the same. Well, I think I've seen everything that I can hope to see with Yuri. So I guess now it's time to move on to somebody else. I vote Nats. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it would probably be used to people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Huh? Just a minute ago, you were saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway... You'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. Now you're making me sad. That's... good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad. So, so that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome! I don't think that really counts. What about you, Neon? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. It's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not. I mean, it's not that big a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. I need to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Ugh. Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but... Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monka and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. Well, you're not as dumb as me, according to the narrator, so don't feel too bad about it, Yuri. And by the way, Yuri, you're not dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. Yeah! Hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Huh? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gone home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, it's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait. You're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? It's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything if my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. I will be completely ecstatic. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. You know I'd gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no oh wait, this is old content. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Excuse me. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Neon? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You're a pint-sized powerhouse. You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Huh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But... Jeez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't you think you can... Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? Just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words, and her face turns red. Nice Freudian slip. Natsuki. Forget it! I didn't say anything! I should apologize. Huh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. Should have been a little more considerate, too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey! Was that to me? Who else? Man. Let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I'm sure most people would get sour if anybody called them gross gnats. I finally found your weakness, Neon. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bag are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Neon, where did you put the food coloring? The batter is going to get in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls. Put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I still regret never having the opportunity to try your cupcakes, Natsuki. I hope you know that. I'm sure I would have liked the vanilla-flavored ones. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that, too. Yeah. Maybe I'll use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk in a huge bowl for the icing. Huh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it! After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing is already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. No, I guess your fingers are perfectly clean and sanitized, right, Nats? Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I started to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. You're welcome to try. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this! Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish! I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries her other hand to fight back, use her other hand to fight back, while I grab that one as well. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Neon. Really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls. Unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me, just like that? How did the moon turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Huh? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki reaches over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy! How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. You both fucked up. You should both burn in the house together. That would be romantic. In a really tragic way. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then, I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells good! The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warmth fills the room, excuse me. Look at how cute they all look! She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that'll make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Huh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature-themed by shaping them like books. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Oh, yes, you are. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the pace and fastens a nozzle into each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Oh, wish I could have one now. I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but... my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. But you can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so hopeless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out. I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Huh? What you said before. About not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. Aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Neon. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you do, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fills my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it for a while now. I like you, Neon. In that way. Same as Yuri then, huh? I'm taken aback. Natsuki likes me? I really have no idea how to respond. Natsuki. Let's confess. I feel it too. I mean, between us. Yeah. Awkwardness fills the air. I speak up, slightly nervous. So, the festival's our first date, huh? She perks up a bit. Yeah, I guess. She giggles. I'm already excited for it. I'll see you then. She walks off into the distance. Okay, you know what? I think I'll go ahead and cut things off here, and we can continue. To see where our newfound relationship with Natsuki takes us in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Doki Doki Literature Club, the normal VN. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.